You're watching Amagosi for live, the Kaizer Chiefs fan channel. Please don't forget to subscribe. We're on Twitter as well, and Facebook and Instagram. So give us a like. And yeah, we're here now. It's Orlando Pirates 3, Chiefs 0 in the MTN8 first leg semi-final. It was a little bit of a disappointing game. It's like second time now we've been beaten 3-0 already this season. Sundowns gave us a hiding, and now Pirates have given us a little bit of a hiding. It's been a while since also Pirates have beaten us by 3 goals to 0. I think I don't remember the last time. We always going 0-0 or going 1-0. It's always very, very tight. But this is the first time I think I don't remember. I mean, in a long time, 3 goals from Pirates against us and 3 goals to 0. Usually maybe it's like a 3-1, 3-2 situation. Hunter, what did you think of the game?
Just to add my 2 cents to what you've just said. The last time we actually lost 3-0 to Pirates, and that I mean Pirates actually coming away with a clean sheet, having scored 3 goals against us, was 19 years ago, back in 2001. And that was a long time. It was a really, really long time. But well, what do I think? Look, I'm really disgusted by today's results, and Gavin Hunt has every right to be upset. He has every right to be disappointed with the results, and he even said in his post-match interview that he really has no thoughts whatsoever, and you could see the expression on his face that this guy is really, really not a happy man, and he's got every right to be upset. I mean, the technical team, Gavin Hunt, as well as the management themselves, will not be happy at all with this kind of performance. And it was really shambolic, especially the second half. But let's touch base on the first half. First half, I think we had a bit of the upper hand in as far as chances are concerned. We should have been 2-0 up before the Barca should have actually scored. And in my view, or just based on the slow motion there, that was a clear offside by the Barca, because the rules clearly states that if the defending player is actually having his hands raised, even if his hands is actually in line with the player that is opposing, the hand is not part of the game. You don't play football with your hand. You play it with your feet all the way up until your shoulders. So that was an offside. But besides that, we should have buried our chances. Kama Billiards, I really, really was literally on my feet when I thought, hey, this guy is really, really going to score, because there was a mistake right there by the Pirates defense, and he just had that one touch to really bury it, because just literally an open goal, and how it got to hit the woodwork is just beyond me. I think we have this curse against the woodwork like you cannot believe, because
like in the last game against Chipa as well.
Yeah, the game against Chipa, it was the same thing, man. We've been hitting the post and the crossbar, I think, 5 times? It was bad, but look, then came Castro's chance. I really couldn't believe it, really. It was a massive opportunity for him to really bury it. It's really a taboo to actually see Castro to miss some sort of sitters. Normally he would bury such chances. So a chance like that, and for a guy like Leonardo Castro to actually miss it, no, it's really a taboo as well.
I want to ask you about that though. I just want to ask you about that. We are struggling up front in the striking department because without Nukovic, we are absolutely weak, because Kumbula is not performing either. We tried many times last season with him, and we tried again at the beginning of the season with him. I think he played the Maritzburg game. If I'm not mistaken, he started and he wasn't great. So we're relying on Castro. And Castro, I saw in the last game, and I'm seeing in this game, he doesn't have the pace that we need. And I mean, his hold-up play is great, but he's something is also not. It's not working for us, and we're lacking in the striking department. We clearly have a problem up front, and that's going to haunt us for the rest of the season. If we rely on Milkovic so much, And when we lose him, like we've lost him now, how do we fix that problem, and who's gonna fill in that gap? Because right now, a good player like Castro is just average at the moment. He's not good when he's not fit. So what do you think the solution is there?
Look, Mish, just take into consideration that Gavin Hunt is really having a raw deal because he has to work with what he has. And as far as the striking department is concerned, we are having a serious crisis. Now, take into consideration, Castro is not 100% fit because of that injury that he's still carrying. He hasn't fully recovered from the injury. Let us look at it that way. And well, with the likes of Nurkovic, who is still out on the sidelines, with such a serious injury, it's really putting a damper on us because you got the likes of Lebohang Lesako and the likes of Keleto Stefano who are still inexperienced. But it's good that they were thrown into the deep end. But what are they doing about it? It's really beyond me. But they really have a lot to learn as youngsters. Because if you have a look at the third goal, which was really it was really on the fault of Lesako, because I sincerely think that Arthur Zwane did not teach Lesako how to trap a ball like that. That's the truth. In as much as he's young and all that, you are in the first team, and your main responsibility when playing in the first team is that you need to show up. No excuses whatsoever. So Lesako on that part, he's really, I know he's going to probably kick himself, probably beat himself up because of that mistake that he made. But that is a learning curve, and we can only learn from there. So look, we're really tight at the moment. We're really tight, and again, Kambole, he really wasn't performing, and Gavin Hunt, I think he had seen enough of Kambole as well, and say, no, this is not the kind of player that I would like to work with. But we will never know, because even Dumisani Zuma as well, even as much as he was on the bench, but again, he's still not 100% fit because of the injury. He could have easily failed the fitness test, but I'm just glad that he got to pass the fitness test and he was available for selection on match day, which was today. But we have a mountain to climb as far as the striking department is concerned, because really, after the third goal, I was like, geez, when is Nurkovic ever coming back? How soon is he actually going to come back?
Yeah, we don't have any updates either. The club hasn't given us any updates either about how he's progressing. And I don't know why. I mean, as much as we trouble and we beg the club, and especially Vina, about what's happening with Nukovic, they're not updating us, and I don't know why they do that. But I mean, they have every right to not tell us what's going on. So anyway, I want to get back to the game. The other thing that we spoke about, the attack now. As much as we can say, and Junkie was saying this, I won't blame. Let's not blame Gavin Hunt, and no one's blaming him. But we have to look at these schoolboy errors that the defense was making. Let's talk about the schoolboy errors. These guys, Ngezana, Rama as well. Cardozo didn't have a bad game, but it's these guys at the back. It was Ngezana and Rama mostly for me. Those are mistakes you shouldn't be making. What did you think? As much as this is a big game, big occasion, these are simple things as a footballer you should know and you should get used to by now. What do you think? How badly that affected our game? Is Rama should Rama be starting in the side still?
No, he shouldn't actually. He shouldn't, because Gavin Hunt actually saw that he's he's a centre back instead of a wing back. And the mere fact that Rama was actually playing on the wing back, that is what has really left him exposed, and that is what made Pirates to really capitalize on on that side where Rama was playing.
Mm.
Rama, he again in that position, he was back to his usual self. He was
Mm.
back to his usual self,
Yeah.
squaring anyhow, squaring the ball anyhow, committing unnecessary fouls when it shouldn't have been committed. And I really am disappointed in him, to say the least. But let's go to the center now. And I'm going to touch base on the second goal, how that goal was actually conceded.
Mm.
You have a situation where it's a free kick situation.
Yeah.
It's cleared out,
Mm.
right? It's cleared out. Then Loach has the ball on the side. He's squaring the ball. It lands on Vincent Pule.
Mm.
As a defender, you need to make sure that you don't allow the opposing attacker any space to play the ball, any space. So Ngezana again, he actually moved when he shouldn't have moved. He should have been tightly marked on Vincent Pule, even to assist Njabula Blom as well. But even Blom himself, when he saw that Ngezana couldn't even mark Vincent Pule, Ngezana should have been on Pule himself, and that was the problem. And now, honestly speaking, that goal really shouldn't have happened, and such a mistakes
The
are
crazy
really,
thing is exactly
yeah.
the crazy thing is we made Pirates look like Pirates fans are gonna go on about how amazing the goal was, but we made them look good. That was an easy thing to defend, but we made them look better than what they are. You know what I mean? Just because of our poor defending. I mean, he turned around and now they're gonna go on about that all the way he turned around, but it was just poor defending. But anyway, yeah, carry on. Sorry, I'm just gonna rant about that.
Okay, just to touch base now. Yeah, just to touch base, and this is just my last point. Yes, schoolboy errors are like that. It's really unacceptable and actually unforgivable because on the standards of Gavin Hunt, you cannot afford to defend like that. You really need to be alert, especially in games like these. And now it was taking us back to the first game, which was against Sundowns, which in which schoolboy errors actually cost us the game. But it was schoolboy errors, including the goalkeeper. But this time around, it was excluding the goalkeeper because there was nothing Ape could do. He was just trying to do his job, but he didn't do it at all. But I know Gavin Hunt is really going to have a serious tongue lashing with the guys. I think he already has had a serious tongue lashing with the guys because in the standards of Gavin Hunt, that was really unacceptable, and they really need to fix it because our next game is against TS Galaxy on Wednesday, and it's not even going to come any easier as well. I mean, that's another tricky test for us. And then we face Pirates again on Sunday. So we'll have to see what happens. But really, Gavin Hunt, I still believing in him. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He has been training with the guys, but the guys really need to step up now.
Really. Last question. We can have a quickly. Do we have what it takes to come back in the second leg? 3-0 is totally difficult. We haven't been scoring a lot of goals. Can we score 3 against Pirates and keep a clean sheet?
Look, it's actually up to the players to actually make sure that they have what it takes to actually overcome that deficit. It's up to them. And they have to believe in their hearts and in their minds and in their spirits that they can be able to overturn this tie. Because honestly speaking, we have a serious mountain to climb. However, it's really going to it's really possible. It's really possible, but it's really up to them to actually make it possible. So let's see what will happen.
All right, my brother. Thanks, Hansa. Thanks for speaking to us. We'll see you next week on Amakosi for Live. Hopefully, the next match against Galaxy and the next derby is better.
You're watching Amakosi for Live. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Amakosi for Live, and give us a like on Facebook.